in China come on the back of strong factory activity data. Is that it now? Are we on a firmer footing?
Yeah, I think we are on a firmer footing, and I think China is key because it will lead the whole of the global economy. So as long as China's recovering or not going for a hard landing, I think it's very positive for equity markets. And actually, if China's growing, it will drag the US with it as well. So I think we're on a positive footing for world economic growth at the moment.
Receding expectations of action on Syria. What does that do to market sentiment?
Well, I mean, it should be positive for the market. I think the trouble is it's a bit wishy-washy what we've heard. There's a lot of unknowns, so I think you're going to see a big chunk of uncertainty put on the market and just extending that range. So you will get some wild swings. You're going to see oil moving around dramatically on what politicians are saying. And so I don't think it's particularly helpful for the market to have uncertainty for a continued period of time.
Sure. How do you play emerging markets right now? We saw a little bit of support from the disappointing US jobs data. Is this going to be a short bounce?
I believe that the Fed will announce some tapering this week. I'm not in the camp that because of that weak job figure they're going to do nothing. So I think we'll see 5, maybe 10 billion this week, and I think that will put a sharp sell-off onto the emerging markets. But actually, I think that's the end of tapering until Q1 or Q2 next year. So then we'll see a bounce back in emerging markets. But it's going to be a pretty volatile session. I would rather be involved in US equities, which I firmly believe would be higher towards the end of the year.
So, okay, a little bit of tapering now, 5-10 billion, you say. Expectations are then for, what, a few months out. Do you stay out of emerging markets on the back of that?
Yeah, I do. I think as the market understands what the Fed is going to do, that they're not going to sharply withdraw from tapering, there will be a switch back, a slower, sort of more orderly switch back into US debt and developed markets, because people want that yield and want the certainty, and they understand tapering is coming to an end, but not until the economy is in a recovered phase. So I think it will be an orderly unwind out of emerging markets. I guess the big risk is if the Fed suddenly pull the plug on tapering, you're going to see a big bubble burst.
Quick word on Glencore Xstrata on the corporate side. Synergies, what are they saying? 2 billion next year, better than the market was expecting. What's it going to do to the stock?
Well, it should be a lot higher. It's quite an opaque stock with the cost structure, and this mergers was a big saga, and actually it's very positive that they are getting synergies through, and it's always the questions with mergers, are they actually good for shareholder values? And it looks like this one might have pulled it off, so hopefully we'll see the stock up today, and if they can carry on, we should see a continued upward move, especially with a recovering China.